Well, it's almost time for action here at OKC. And as the Thunder... Hello, basketball fans. Having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
Well, it really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Stephen Curry. Draymond Green is out there with Butler. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Post in at the 5, down low. Holmgren, the pass to Hartenstein. Oh, it's stolen by Butler.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
This is why you must stay in front of Butler. When he's leaking out like this, he's focused on scoring.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the drive. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And here's Green from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Green's floor stretching ability, one of the things that makes this offense so dynamic.
Well, Richard, with the relocations and the floor he covers, Curry is still an anomaly with his conditioning.
Oh, he's got an off-season program that would make other NBA stars tap out, including myself. His conditioning is amongst the best of all time. It wears on you as a defender.
An example of the unique leadership of Gilgeous-Alexander, getting the 3 points right back for them.
Pass to Post. Outside, Green. Back to Butler. Here's Post. He's guarded by Hartenstein. The kick out, Curry. And the Warriors with another 3.
Such a quick release. As soon as the ball touches his hands, it's gone.
And now we go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Mark Dagnall.
And no surprise, Steph Curry was the topic of conversation on how they'll defend Steph. Coach laughed, is there a way? I mean, this guy is not just a shooter. Steph's ball handling, his passing, it's what makes him an all-time great. It's always a pleasure to watch Steph Curry when we get another chance to tonight. Guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Payton against Williams. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. And they pick up 2. Curry's got 5 points.
The better shooter you are, the quicker you become. Curry makes it so hard to guard him in these little moments, he slips past the defense.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 points in the game. Williams finds Hartenstein. Back to Williams. Payton with a steal. In transition, here come the Warriors. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. The Warriors pull it in. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Holmgren with a screen on Butler. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Payton. And there's a defensive 3-second call. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Williams a screen on Butler. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Williams misses.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Payton finds Butler. Back to Payton. And here's Butler. Pass to post. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Looking to end the run. And the layup is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points.
You're making it look easy. Gilgeous-Alexander is so skilled. The ball on a string. And we see him do this time and time again.
Now here's Butler. Curry looking it over. The teardrop. And that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 7.
So challenging to guard in pick and rolls. Curry excels at exploiting the defense in these sets.
Here's the pick. Williams passes to Dort. Pass to Hartenstein. The kick out to Williams. Hartenstein with a screen on Payton. Williams misses. Curry with it. 7 points in the game. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Curry. Going inside. Gilgeous-Alexander knocks it loose. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The hustle they've shown. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Dort for 3. The rebound by Post. Post has got 5 rebounds in the game. Curry with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Curry's shot is off.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
To the paint. Holmgren. Holmgren for 2.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
The Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. Lets it go from deep. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander on the assist from Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10.
Outside, inside, in between, doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Curry. Butler, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. There he is, the three-point king, delivers on cue.
What a response from Curry. Gotta know he's coming for his revenge.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Butler. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Dort outside. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Williams. The rebound by Post. Post has got his 6th rebound on the night. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That'll be a second foul of the game. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Curry. He's got 10. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this. And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Butler with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. Curry passes to Butler. Back to Curry. And there's a pick. Just 5 on the clock. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Looking unstoppable. Even the foul can't hold back Curry's shot.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. You know, for all the accolades thrown Stephen Curry's way, Richard, I've heard you say he might be the best conditioned player ever.
Absolutely. When you think about all the ground he covers every single game, his stamina is still something that I will always be impressed with.
There's a minute 26 left to play in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Butler covering. Williams' shot is good.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. 59 seconds left in the first half of this game. Curry gets the bucket.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
You're making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees the launching pad, he's ready to take off.
Curry finds Payton. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Butler, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Left side, Butler. To the middle. Here's Post. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Post.
Oklahoma City foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
15 foul. At the line for the
First one falls for him.
Two shots.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Outside, Williams. Dort for three. No good. Would have counted had it gone. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More 2K action in just a moment. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Jonathan Kuminga's out there with Moody. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Hield in at the 2.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Hield passes to Moody. Now here's Kuminga. It's Pajemski on the wing, covered by Joe. The baseline J. The shot by Pajemski, no good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. Here's Joe. On target from range. Joe's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Pajemski. Yep, that one goes. Pajemski's got his first points of the game.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And here's Caruso, still without a bucket. Nice D from Moody.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Moody on the wing. Pass to Jackson-Davis. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And it's Caruso penetrating. Williams from long range. Warriors with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Hield fires from way outside. And no good to start the night. Missing his first attempt there. Thunder trail by 10. Joe with the ball. Now Pajemski defending. Williams with the screen. Joe, the pass to Williams. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Jackson-Davis. Outside Hield. Banked it in off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
Scoring close in, Hield is more than just a three-point gunner.
Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
There's a screen. Joe misses. The Warriors lead by 12. Pass to Jackson-Davis. Hield from outside. The rebound by Wiggins. Oklahoma City has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Misses and the dry spell continues. Golden State has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Now here's Heel, covered by Joe. There's a screen by Kuminga. And he's going for the oop here. And they recover it. Oh, he picked him clean. To the inside. Wiggins down low. Jackson Davis on him. Clock at 6. Here's Caruso. Ball stolen. Pass to Moody. And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Thunder trail by 12. Down low. Here's Wiggins. Outside Joe. Pass to Wallace. 6 to shoot. Here's Williams. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Warriors on top. They're up by 10. And we're coming right. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it.
Butler, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Payton. Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. And Curry is good for 3.
What focus from Curry on offense so far, doing everything he can to provide a lift for his squad.
Williams, a screen on Butler. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Great touch from deep. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Butler, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 4. Here's Curry. Wow, Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
Sometimes there's just no stopping Curry. He's just too skilled.
Hartenstein, a screen. Inside. Oh, they pick off the pass. All by himself. Here's Butler. Rejected by Holmgren. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. 2 open that time. They didn't look easy.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be foul number 5 on him.
Second team foul.
Here's Payton. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. And the Warriors lead by 10.
Incredible passer at his position. Green is especially good at getting it to the open teammate.
Butler against Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Holmgren from outside the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Post has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And here's Butler outside. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Williams passes to Hartenstein. And down it goes. 2 points.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
Butler, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Curry. On the wing, Payton. Pass to Green. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
And this is where Green looks to score. He's comfortable and confident down low.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Butler. The shot from the low post is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Outside Butler. They set the pick. The three is up. Here's post. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds in the game. To the paint. And stolen by Green.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Thunder trail by 10. Doubled by Payton. Williams passes to Holmgren. Holmgren with a big reach.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Golden State has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Here's Curry. Pass to post. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. 13 foul.
Thunder on D. Trailing by 8. Here's Curry. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And it's Dort off the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates, a very heady passer for a big man.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. He can't hit that time.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
So it's Golden State winning this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant.
is among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Bull out there with Durant. Then it's Nick Richards. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Dunn in at the two spot.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. Now, I asked Coach about what he has in store to try and slow down Devin Booker. And he laughed and told me they've lost sleep over how to defend him. They mentioned how, with and without the ball, Devin can hurt you. So Booker will have their total focus on defense. And Devin will have our total focus as well. Devin?
Thank you, David. Durant, and the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Dunn misses. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams has a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Dunn. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not a lot of room. Outside, Dort. Williams, a screen on Dunn. They get it back. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
He gets that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Tipped away. They're running. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Richards. Suns trail by 5. 1:46 left in the first quarter. Durant way outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Here's Holmgren. No scoring in this one. Now Hartenstein. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
From the arc. And the Suns miss again. Oklahoma City leading by 7. The kick out to Williams. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. Over to the left wing. Hartenstein finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now here's Booker. Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the bucket.
Most fans think of Devin Booker, they think of the range, but man, he's attacking right now to get to the line.
Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. He can't get it to go.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Shots good by Durant.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Got it off in time, and no good on the last second attempt this time. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. He not... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Thunder?
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Yep, that one goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points.
And you just see that burst. Gilgeous-Alexander, hard to catch him once he gets that first step.
Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And then Durant with the dunk.
I like how Durant uses his wily frame there to get off those shots. Not an easy shot, but for him, man, it looks easy.
In a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
They get it again. Richards. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Richards got his second basket.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
6 changes of the lead here.
And both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
KD looking around. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Ball against Williams. Ball setting the pick for Booker. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Ball.
And that's the kind of play you put on repeat. Just go back to Booker in the pick and roll.
Holmgren can't hit. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Rebound by Williams.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that. And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
Suns trail by 4. Booker outside. Pass to Richards. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Dort. The shot, no good. Suns have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Dort against Durant. KD, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Booker.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yes, sir. Well, combine the handles and the quickness, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander becomes a handful.
Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Pass to Richards. Outside, KD. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Suns trail by 6. Booker looking around. Devin Booker attacking. Pass to Richards. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gilgeous-Alexander.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Booker drops in the tray. Booker's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Phoenix. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Thunder. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Get ready for the fan at shot. Run, please. They're measuring up to shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Bradley Beal is out there with Grayson Allen. Then there's Cody Martin. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Plumlee in its center, locking down the middle. And Williams throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
The Thunder leading by 3. Joe with it. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Pass to Caruso. Wiggins sets a screen for Caruso. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
The Thunder have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And Beal kicks to O'Neal. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Inside, here's Wiggins. Back to Caruso. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good. And now it's an 8-point Oklahoma City lead.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
It's Beal on the wing, defended by Caruso. Beal, the pass to Martin. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. O'Neal up top, still without a basket. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Caruso, the pass to Joe. Caruso against Martin. Back to Joe. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Suns trail by 8. Here's O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Wiggins, a screen on Beal. Here's Joe. Screen by Wiggins. Buries it from three-point range. Joe's got the lead up to 9 now for the Thunder.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
O'Neal wide open. That's good. And so Beal with the assist.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Williams. And it's slammed in by Williams.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
The Thunder leading by 8. Lets the three fly. Plumlee with the rebound. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Takes it off the glass.
That's where Plumlee operates best. The closer to the basket, the better chance he has of converting.
Now Joe. 27 seconds left to play in the third. Caruso, a screen on Beal. Pass to Caruso. Spins. No good off the spin. Wiggins against Allen. O'Neal sets the screen for Allen. Off target from outside. And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small 4. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
This is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
Booker outside. Pass to Richards. He can't get that one. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Williams scanning the floor. And he uses the glass on the lane. Williams has got his first points of the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. With 3, Booker, and you know who, Devin Booker.
And when Booker's connecting from deep, this offense goes to another level. Good to see him drain that.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Booker. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Superb D from Gilgeous-Alexander, using his length to wipe away the shot.
Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the 3. A second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Hartenstein. Now an 11-point Thunder lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Driving inside, and the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a very, very good ball handler, and when he explodes at that size, creates problems.
And Booker kicks to Dunn. Thunder with the rebound.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Suns trail by 11. To the wing on the left, taken away by Williams. On the wing, Williams. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
And it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:52 left here in the fourth quarter. Durant inside. Working on Holmgren.
Yeah, KD attacking the rim. Hard to imagine anybody's going to get in the way of that.
That's good from Williams, the assist by Holmgren. Williams has got the lead up to 13 now for Oklahoma City. Booker outside. From outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And Booker just keeps taking him. He's a scoring machine.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And stolen by Dunn. Here we go, one-on-one. The wide open look for Durant. Another three for Phoenix.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Hartenstein with the screen on Dunn. Shot clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Now here's Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes back up. And it's good on the way up. And the Thunder lead by 9.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pulls it from 20. Booker, no good.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that'll do it, folks. So for
to it. NBA action. Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. They've got Kevin Durant. He's out there with Nick Richards. Royce O'Neal is out there with Devin Booker. And it's Dunn in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Warriors, they've got Gary Payton II. Green out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the center position. Well, this matchup features two teams that are elite when it comes to rebounding, Doris.
You know, there was a point at which, BA, it felt like rebounding was almost, especially on the offensive end, de-emphasized. Now you're getting back to a point where understanding dominating the defensive backboards. It means finishing your possession defensively and offensively creating more opportunity. It's an important aspect on both ends.
Dunn's shot is good.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Curry, that's good.
Excellent touch by Stephen Curry. What a smooth offensive player.
Outside Booker. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. O'Neal on the wing. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker. All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA.
On defense, the Suns. Outside Payton. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
I think defensively, you've got to respect the roller. Butler takes quick note and takes it himself.
Pass to O'Neal. Right side Durant. Fires the 3. They get the rebound. Back to O'Neal. Dunn outside. Richards with it. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. I asked him about the many difficulties that Kevin Durant presents to a defense, and Coach said with most guys, you can force them left or right or send help. With Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Durant. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Durant. Richards with a screen. 6 to shoot to stop the run. And that one good.
Well, you get a sense of how locked in Kevin Durant is. The defense not going to alter his approach.
Well, Doris, you look back over the history of the NBA, hard to find a better scorer than KD.
Oh, BA, he is unequivocally on the short list of the greatest scorers the league has ever seen. You think about guys, when you think about KD, guys that can create their own shot and hit from anywhere on the floor. You couple that with the size and the release point and the skill with the ball. Kevin Durant is a problem, folks.
That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
O'Neal misses. The Warriors lead by 4. Right side Curry. 44 seconds left in the first quarter here. That won't go either for Curry.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Richards with a screen. The kick to Durant. And the Suns miss again.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back. You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Here's Booker, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
How about the ability to adjust after the contact? Booker, the score in the and one.
Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the contest. Now here's Curry. Pass to Payton. Takes a 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Doesn't go that time, and so it's the Golden State Warriors closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Royce O'Neal. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's done in at the 2 spot. 2 points. That one goes.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Outside Booker. There's Booker on the attack. And Booker with the jam.
Woo-hoo, that was an explosive move by Devin Booker. Decks it and finishes.
The 3 from Curry. He buries it from 3. Curry's got 11.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Kept alive to the wing on the left. Outside Durant. There's the 3. Yes, sir! The smooth stroke of Kevin Durant.
This guy's mechanics are just pure. Kevin Durant, folks, turn the lights out if you allow him to get a three-point shot off.
Green finds Curry. Here's Post, guarded by Durant. And here's Green from the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Dunn outside. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
On defense, the Warriors. They've led by as much as 10. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Durant surveying the D. Pass to Richards. And he jams it home with authority.
But when you combine Durant's size with his vision and the touch on his passing, it's easy for him.
And here's Curry. He's got 11. From the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Richards has got his 5th rebound in this one. And so Durant will bring it up for Phoenix. It's a 5-point game. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
For 3, Booker. Devin Booker for 3.
Boy, the delivery from Booker so clean. That jump shooting is pure.
Curry against Booker. What's the move on? Outside for Green. Pass to post. Now here's Butler on the wing. Curry, 6 on the shot clock. Here's post, defended by Dunn. Second chance shot. Curry, and he can't stop the run as that one misses.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
How about the vision from Devin Booker? Yes, he can score it, but that's a pretty pass.
And Doris, when you think about Kevin Durant, certainly a prolific scorer, but that's not the whole story.
What I love the most, I think, B.A., about Kevin Durant is how much he loves playing the game of basketball. His availability is never in question as long as there is some measure of health. The work he puts in consistently. Anyone who's ever seen his routine, teammates, coaches, front office staff, they are in awe of the commitment to his craft.
And there's a whistle. That one goes on Royce O'Neal. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. Booker against Curry. From deep. The Suns clear it. Richards has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Durant against Green. Durant, pass to Booker. And here's Richards. Durant with it. Green picks him up. Here's Richards. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Richards has gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
I just love the unselfishness in the play of Kevin Durant. He said he wants to play the game the right way. Nice example there.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Now Booker. He's got 10. Outside Durant. Here's the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Now it's a 3-point Phoenix lead.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Suns ahead, up 3. All right, Allie's ready. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
We've got Trace Jackson-Davis, Brandon Pajimski out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's Moody, and it's Kuminga in at the 4. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out. Back to Plumlee.
It's Martin on the wing. Moody defends. Martin misses. The Warriors trailing. To the middle. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Beal, the pass to Allen. Drives to the hoop, and he converts the layup. And the Suns lead by 1.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Grayson Allen. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Down low, and it's stolen by Plumlee.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
There's a screen by Bull. Beal outside. Just 5 to shoot. Releases. Drops one in from the wing. And now a 3-point Phoenix lead.
Well, this is what you want, right? Bradley Beal coming off the screen with purpose.
Here's Podziemski. There's the drive. Healed for 3. Hits the trifecta.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
The Suns have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Beal surveying the D. Right wing. Bull finds Martin. Into the lane. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
The shot by Podziemski, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Allen against Hield. Allen outside. Bold screen on Hield. The Suns need to get off a shot. Pulls it. That's good from Bull on the assist by Allen. And the Suns lead by 4.
And both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
With some arc. Left side Moody. Fires for 3. Ooh, the smooth 3 from Moody.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Now here's Beal. Defended by Podziemski. Beal into the lane. Oh, he misses the dunk. The Warriors have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Moody from outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. It's Martin on the wing. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Warriors trail by 4. Here's Podziemski. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Cody Martin. The first one falls. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Phoenix leading by 3. Beal outside. Here's Plumlee. That one falls. Coming off Beal's feed. Plumlee's got his first 2 points.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Podziemski's shot is good.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
For Phoenix, they've gone 6 for 9 in the half. Beal, the pass to Plumlee. Martin outside. from deep three-point range. Here's Plumlee, and we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Suns ahead, up 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Warriors trail by 3. And so in the game for Phoenix, they've got Royce O'Neal. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Dunn in at the shooting guard position. Booker with it, Payton covering. Butler with a steal, and here's the fast break. Here's Curry, all the way to the rim. Curry.
I tell you, you better protect the basketball around Jimmy Butler. The anticipation skills, he'll pick it clean from you.
Booker surveying the floor. Pass to Richards, all alone. Perfect, right between the eyes on that one. And the Suns lead by 3.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Here's Curry. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Durant with a screen on Payton. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Booker, the pass to O'Neal. Here's the floater. 4 on the clock. Here's Richards. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. And it's Butler with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. Dunn with a steal. Pass to Booker. Oh, you can't let Booker get that close.
Yeah, Booker welcomes this offensive responsibility. Very capable of carrying the load.
Here's Payton. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
The kick to Durant. Over Green. Another shot. Done outside. Durant with a screen on Payton. Dunn, the pass to Richards. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
It's so sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Booker against Curry. Launches a 3. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul of the game. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Booker against Butler. Durant with a screen on Butler. Clock at 6. Booker, good.
Yeah, such a versatile scorer. Devin Booker, the 3 levels. You want to give him the midi, he'll take it.
Pass to Curry. Looney, the screen. To the inside. Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Booker. There he is, the three-point king, delivers on cue.
Big sequence there, guys. Curry takes it upon himself to take and make the big bucket.
Booker with it. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter here. Offensive board. Richards. And that one is hammered home. That gives him a double-double.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Bol, he's checked in for Phoenix. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Screen by Durant. Takes the three. The shot by Dunn, no good. Warriors trail by 6.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip. Of this we know. Draymond Green does not lack for confidence. Big time shot there.
Outside Durant. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's foul number 2 for him. Booker against Butler. Three-pointer. And Booker hits from deep. And the Suns lead by 7.
Devin Booker will flat put it to you on the three-point line. Don't give him any open shots.
Looney, the screen. The three from Curry. And it's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Steph Curry so cool under pressure. Big moment, no matter. He's ready.
Pass to Booker. Durant with a screen on Butler. And he lobs it up. And it's slammed in by Durant.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Bowles grabs the board. Here's O'Neal. So Phoenix wins it. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena.
everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Here we go. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. And for Golden State, we've got Stephen Curry. Green is out there with Butler. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Post in at the 5. Should be a lot of great ball movement tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
Now here's Curry after the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Post. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry kicks to Butler. Payton with the screen for Butler. No good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Back to Dort. To the paint. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Three-pointer. Green with the rebound. Pass to Butler, beyond the arc, drills it from outside.
And this is why Butler is so dangerous. He's not afraid to take any shot if he likes the angle.
Richard, when it comes to Draymond Green, we know about his defense, but what does he give you offensively?
I think it starts with his passing. Not many big men can...
Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
Oh, now that hurts the defense there. Stylish move by SGA.
Payton kicks to Curry. Green with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
Golden State's drawn 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Curry. Butler's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, and Butler is a menace to the defense partner. I don't think that was a Petty or a Manny. That was a facial.
The kick out to Williams. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Butler. Here's Post. That 3 off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Curry against Dort. Now Hartenstein. For 3, Holmgren. Green with the rebound. The Warriors lead it. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
All right, David, thanks.
must have been too good to pass up because Green is kind of picky from the arc.
Dort against Curry. Puts up a deep three from beyond the arc and then some. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Curry looking around. And he lays it straight in.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Williams has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Thunder. They set the pick. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Knocked loose. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Warriors. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. Dort against Curry. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
Butler a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Oh, good with the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
It's good. Green's got 5 now.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And the call on the shot. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
At the line for 2. For NBA rules, the play is under video review.
Original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. The tray. Curry buries the 3 shot.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Butler. It's deflected.
Quite simply, Lou Dort is an elite defender. Plays hard, smart, great wingspan, which we just saw him use there.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Williams against Payton. Outside Williams. Jacks up a three. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Butler passes to Curry. Pass to post. Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Post has got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Butler against Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Lift off, Mr. Dort. A one-way ticket to the rim.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special. Curry always finds a way. This time inside.
So challenging to guard in pick and rolls. Curry excels at exploiting the defense in these sets.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by Butler. Hartenstein passes to Dort. 5 on the clock. Tries again. Another shot. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Some physicality there from Lou, pushing past the contact and into the shot.
Butler, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Curry. The kick outside to Butler. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Back to Butler. Fires the 3. And Holmgren pulls it down. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Williams a screen. Hartenstein with it. To the inside. Holmgren gets the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so it's Lou Dort making... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Lou Dort with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Hield, Jonathan Kuminga out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. Then there's Moody. And there's Podziemski in at the 1. Hield with it. And it's Wallace picking him up. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. Podziemski on the wing. Covered by Joe. Podziemski on the wing.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And, hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 1. Joe finds Caruso. Releases. And Isaiah Joe picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job at the box out.
He had to know that call was coming. You can't treat another guy like a jungle gym out there.
Pass to Pajemski. Into the lane. And that one is hammered home.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Caruso looking for an opening. 4 on the shot clock. And Moody pulls it down. Warriors leading by 3. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Pajemski. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Joe. He's defended by Pajemski. Good on the shot.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws.
Pajemski hits them both. Thunder trailing by 5. It's Joe on the wing. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. This one for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Joe's got 5 points now this quarter.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Thunder trailing by 4. 1:51 left in the third quarter. Wallace outside. Pass to Caruso. Just 5 to shoot. Wiggins sets a screen for Caruso. From outside, off the mark. Warriors leading by 4. To the middle. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. Now here's Caruso. Guarded closer. Nice defense from Kuminga.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
On the wing, Heel. Here's Pajemski. The three-pointer off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Williams finds Wiggins. There's 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. Williams sets a screen for Wiggins. Wallace outside. Shoots, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Warriors have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And Kuminga gets it to go.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Here's Hield, and then Hield with the dunk.
As a larger guard, Hield can get up with the big boys.
Here's Joe. He's defended by Pajemski. Screen by Wiggins. Joe. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And here now the Thunder. 8-point game. So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position. Butler against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Curry. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Curry. Curry on the drive.
And fantastic at playing within himself on defense. Gilgeous-Alexander using his length well there to contest without fouling.
From downtown, gets the three-pointer to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Thunder. Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Curry. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry's shot is off.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Williams. Over in the corner, Dort. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Leading by 5. Pass to post. Back to Curry. Lets it go with a three. And the three ball is good.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. Here's Hartenstein. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Curry kicks to Butler. Oh, tough play by Butler.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Butler. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen on Butler. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Warriors leading by 8. They set the pick. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds in this game. Williams passes to Dort. And that one, good.
On top of everything else he does for this team, Dort is having himself a night in the scoring column.
Butler sets a screen for Curry. The kick outside to Butler. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Butler missing.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Curry with the steal to the paint. Here's Payton. Oh, and the jam by Payton.
Oh, nice pass by Butler. He can be tricky to defend because he can take the shot or give it up just as easily.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
The kick outside to Butler. Oh! Thrown down by Butler.
Everything Butler does, he does with a bang, including those 2 points.
Got that one up quick.
It's been like this all night for both teams, the offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Out to Peyton. There's the pick. A floater. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Peyton's shot is off.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And a deep three from Curry. Off the mark. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were... Thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard...
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dort for 3. Fires in the triple.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
And last season, Britt, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, BA. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league in 2 steals per game. What a season.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
It's Booker on the wing. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Williams with it. Done in his pocket. This one for 3. Williams misses. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what their defensive game plan is for him, and Coach said we have to be active, we have to keep him in front of us, and to try to limit his chances around the rim. Their offense really opens up when he's able to attack the basket, so let's see if the defense is up for the challenge. BA?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And so it's Phoenix with it. The Thunder making their last shot, and the 3-pointer goes.
Dangerous at all times from range. Booker shoots 3s at will.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's another one for the Thunder.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Pass to Richards. Out to the right wing. There's the triple. Hartenstein pulls it in.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not a lot of room. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
It's Booker on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. There's a screen by Bull. 4 on the clock. Lets it go from 11. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Williams from long range. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Pass to Holmgren. Outside for Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:33 left in the first. Shot clock at 6. Driving inside. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Now, BA, you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Gilgeous-Alexander against Durant. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his first foul. 58 seconds left in the first quarter here. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Hartenstein. The 3 from Holmgren. Richards pulls it in. Suns trail by 8. For 3, Booker. Williams grabs the board. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hartenstein. Dort outside. 24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Holmgren, the pass to Dort. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Thunder out in front. Yep. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
We've got Bol. Also Kevin Durant out there. Nick Richards out there with Devin Booker. And it's done in at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Richards has got 4 rebounds now. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, BA, dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, BA. Keeping that ball absolutely on the string. Gilgeous-Alexander capable of getting creative.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Give him 8 points now. Nice move. Outside for Dort. Bol grabs the board. Suns trail by 8. Now Booker. He's got 9. Bol, a screen on Williams. Outside Bol from behind the arc. Sinks the tray.
Just another part of Devin Booker's amazing offensive game. He finds wide open guys.
Williams, a screen on Durant. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Knocked away and stolen by Williams. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
He gets really smooth sometimes. Gilgeous-Alexander has some size. He challenged the defense with it that time.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Offensive board. Outside Bol. Now here's Dunn. Dort defending. 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get off a shot. Here's Durant. Oh, sinks it after the cagey pump fake. Nice. Durant's got his first bucket in this one.
What a difference it makes to have someone like Kevin Durant on the floor with his sixth sense to launch the shot before the clock can expire.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Now here's Booker. 9 points in the game. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Lou Dort picks one up.
Defense tends to overcommit just because Booker's such a great offensive threat. That time he used it to his advantage.
Both free throws good from Booker. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Durant. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. And stolen by Durant. 3-on-3. Poke loose. Bowl with it. Hartenstein covering. SGA takes it himself. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points here in the quarter. And coming off a major injury, Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season, Brent.
Doesn't it feel like BA, he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness. The sky is the limit for this guy.
Now here's Williams. No made baskets yet. 1:11 left in the second period. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Now here's Durant. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing, guarded by Durant. Hartenstein a screen to the paint. And Hartenstein slams it in.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Now here's Booker. He's got 11. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first half. Yep, that one goes.
And Booker just keeps taking him. He's a scoring machine.
Durant against Gilgeous-Alexander. Four seconds left. SGA using that size.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. They've got Cason Wallace. Kenrich Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Mitchell in at the point. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Wiggins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Joe comes in for Mitchell. Beal outside. Pass to Martin. Right side O'Neal. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Williams grabs the board. Thunder leading by 8. Caruso outside. And there it is for him. Caruso's got his first basket. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And it's Beal with the ball for the Suns. Trailing by 10. Pass to Plumlee. Allen outside. Plumlee a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Good D by Wallace. So it's Oklahoma City now. Caruso right side. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Now here's Beal, tightly guarded. Martin, the pass to Plumlee. Martin outside. Launches it. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Joe with the ball. Picked up by Allen. Right side, Joe. The kick out to Wiggins. No good on the three.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
A new day. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama said a few years back it was more of a guards game, but now it's come back to a big men's game. We've got guys all around the league who do a lot of stuff despite being very tall. It's the way the game changes. You just have to adapt. Brian, the gauntlet has been thrown.
And I like it. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Beal, the pass to Martin. Screen by O'Neal. Ooh, tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Caruso against Martin. And it's Caruso penetrating. Williams, a screen on Allen. Wallace outside. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And rejected.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
Martin outside. Up top, Allen. The three. Doesn't go for him. Thunder leading by 11. And there's a whistle. That one goes on Royce O'Neal. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes.
Wiggins outside. Williams with the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Wiggins, no good.
He doesn't rack up a lot of blocks. Plumlee is still active on the defensive end to throw off a shooter's rhythm.
Plumlee a screen. Puts it up. Phoenix no good that time either. The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Caruso finds Williams. Back to Caruso. Williams a screen on Martin. Caruso outside. O'Neal pulls it in.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. Pure from three-point range.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Isaiah Joe is going to pick up the foul here. That's his first foul of the game. Caruso against Martin. Allen outside. The three, just 5 on the clock, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Allen.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Oklahoma City leading by 12. 34 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Caruso against Martin. And here's Caruso. 7 points in the game. Buries it down low.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Beal surveying the D. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Cason Wallace. These are his first free throws of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Beal. And he makes both free throws. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 16. Outside, Williams. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end, building this lead up. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Kevin Durant is out there with Bol Bol. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's Dunn in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And money from the stripe. SGA could close his eyes and knock that down.
Suns trail by 13. Durant with it. Second chance effort. And there's a 3-second violation.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Oklahoma City leading by 13. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Let's go with a 3. Buries it from 3. Williams has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. And he dunks it down.
Those kind of dunks get your team going, and Lugens Dort applying the pressure.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to Richards. Plenty of space. Count it.
And with his height and his touch, he can be deadly from mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
Booker for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Oh, got that one up quick. He's got 22.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 8 rebounds in the game. Oklahoma City leading by 21. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got rebound number 7 tonight. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a 3-point play. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Dunn. No good on the triple. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for OKC. Dort, the pass to Williams. 4-3. Bol grabs the board. Suns trail by 18. Down low. Here's Richards. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
He's so dynamic with the ball. Durant showing his versatility with that dish.
And stolen by Durant. And the Suns pushing it up now for the finish. Oh, he lost the grip and he missed the dunk. Oklahoma City leading by 16. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Thunder.
Simply taking better care of the ball may have made all the difference.
Yeah, and then on the defensive end, they kept the pressure on and forced a number of miscues.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He was all over the place, pressuring ball handlers, jumping the passing lanes. His steals made a huge impact on this game.
Williams against Durant. The floater. The shot's good. 54 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. What a terrific move that is. And the Thunder lead by 16.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Durant. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Dort. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. This one, what? Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game.
We have the NBA. Now Golden State's starting 5. Green is out there with Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. And for the Suns, Booker out there with Dunn. Then it's Royce O'Neal. And it's Durant. And it's Richards in at the 5 down low. Greg, we're sure to see a lot of quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Butler, a screen on Booker. Curry against Booker. That one drops for him.
Excellent touch by Stephen Curry. What a smooth offensive player.
Here's the Suns with the ball. Booker outside. Durant sets a screen for Booker. He takes it.
You got to be kidding. Wow, the elevation, the creativity, highlight reel finish by Devin Booker.
Curry passes to Green. Inside, cloak loose, and stolen by Booker. Durant with it. Now Green defending. Down low. It's stolen by Curry. And it's the Warriors on the break. And it's Green with the jam.
Well, that basket began with Steph Curry's defense. He's thinking one step ahead, creates the steal, and triggers the break.
Now here's Booker. KD a screen on Butler. And Booker kicks to Durant. Misses the 3. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Butler against Booker. Shot clock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot off. 20 feet out.
I'll tell you, Butler simply can lock you down. He's the very definition of what we call a two-way player.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Green with a screen on O'Neal. Curry with the bucket. Curry's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Durant. Booker outside. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Richards. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. KD against Green. Durant's shot is good.
KD's shot selection is always on point. You want to concede the mid-range, he's more than willing to take it.
So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, DA. Phoenix shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
And Richards drops them both. Warriors trail by 3. Outside Curry. There's the triple. Another miss by Curry.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Green against Durant. Durant with the jam.
Yeah, that's the size and reach of Kevin Durant at the rim. Yes, sir.
Butler is screen on Booker. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 6.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Booker. The 3. It's not going to go for him. Here's Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Booker with it. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Suns lead by 1. And we'll be back. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got Curry. Green is out there with Butler. Then there's Gary Payton the second. And it's Post in at the 5. Now here's Durant. For the 3. The offensive rebound. Done outside. Pass to KD. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Post has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Curry, and he drives in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
I mean, he is so lethal on the drive. Once Curry knifes inside, there's little you can do to stop him.
Booker outside. O'Neal sets the screen for Booker. 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Payton.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Butler, no good.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Going inside.
KD is a force of nature. Sensational dunk at the rim.
Curry against Booker. Outside Curry. And the Warriors miss again. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Booker with no one around. Bangs home the trifecta. And now it's a 3-point Suns lead.
They set him up. Booker's going to knock it down. Great execution there.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Curry. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Booker up top, defended by Butler. Shoots from the elbow. Booker, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
The kick outside to Butler for 3. Again, Curry missing.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Booker left side. Booker attacks the rim.
That was an explosive move by Devin Booker. Decks it and finishes.
Booker against Curry. Takes a three. It's rebounded by O'Neal.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
1:10 left to play in the first half. Booker looking around. Just 5 to shoot. Over Payton. No good from Booker.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Dominguez come in for the Warriors. Warriors trail by 5. Outside Curry. There's a screen. Puts up a 3. Wow! Curry automatic from deep.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Here's Booker. He's got 7. Pass to Richards. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
KD sets the pick for Booker. Done outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Golden State's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And here we go. Booker heading to the hoop. Ooh, Booker glides in to finish the break.
Now, part of that is recognizing the spacing, and Booker so good at finishing on the break.
Curry is inside. Banked in off the glass. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Mike. Stout effort defensively in the first half. What did you do to limit them?
I just think our act.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Curry has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
They've got Bol. Grayson Allen is out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Cody Martin. And it's Plumlee in at the 5, roaming the paint. She's out there for Phoenix. Bol, a screen on heel. Here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Beal against Hield. It's Beal on the wing. Still yet to score. From past the arc. The Warriors pull it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Jackson Davis. They set the screen. Podziemski finds Jackson Davis. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Beal. Pass to Plumlee. Back to Beal. From deep. That shot off the mark. The Warriors shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. For the lead. Back to Pajemski. Beal with a screen on Beal. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Pajemski on the wing. Covered by Martin. Launches a 3. It's good from long range. Kuminga's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Now, here's Bull. Jackson Davis defending. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
Here's Bull. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bull's understanding of when to look for his is next level.
Outside, Kuminga. Count that bucket. Kuminga's got 5 now.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Outside, Beal. The 3. Nailed from three-point land. Beal's got it all tied up now for Phoenix.
Well, that is so easy for Bradley Beal. From 3, no problem.
The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a 3-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible.
And Jackson Davis gets it to go.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
The difficult choice for the defense, right? If you sag off, he drains the jumper. In this instance, you give him a step, and he finishes with a big-time drive.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Ripped away. Now the Warriors moving it up. Up top, Pajemski. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Free throw good, Pajemski. The Suns have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Beal kicks to Plumlee. Back to Beal. Clock at 6. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
9 seconds left in the third quarter. Pick by Kuminga. Stolen by Martin. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Warriors lead by 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Butler out there with Green. Then there's Payton. Then it's Curry. And it's post in at the center.
Clever move by Curry, taking the foul, but still getting the shot off.
The free throw drops for Curry.
Shooting for Golden State.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And here's Booker. KD, a screen on Butler. 6 to shoot. And it's Richards, top of the key. Lets it go. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Kevin Durant sees the game as well as any player. With his size and vision, that combination is lethal.
Here's Curry. There's the drive. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Let's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Durant with it. Now Green defending. Fires top of the key. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And it's a 4-point Phoenix lead. Butler, a screen on Booker. It's Curry outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Curry's got 20 points.
Curry is in his bag. This guy has such a versatile offensive arsenal.
Booker the pass to Richards.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And he can't get the first one.
Nick Richards taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
And stolen by Booker. On the drive, Booker. Green with the block.
A valuable, dogged defender. Draymond Green doing his thing.
Green against KD. There's a good screen. And again, it's the Suns missing. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 2. Curry on the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 22 points for him.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And the dunk by Booker.
How great is it that the body control by Booker is there when he's driving and finishing at the rim?
Butler against Booker. In the paint, Butler.
And Butler, no stranger to these pressure situations. A big-time gamer who knows how to take over on key possessions.
And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. The kick outside to Butler. 1:57 left in the game. And he gets it to go. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
An elite offensive threat. Booker continues to try and find ways to improve his game.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
And the Warriors making a change here. Jackson Davis is checked in. Booker against Butler. Booker dishes to Dunn. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Outside Curry. Lays it up off the glass. Curry's got 24 points.
Steph Curry so cool under pressure. Big moment, no matter. He's ready.
Booker against Butler. Booker the pass to Richards. Back to Booker and stolen by Butler. Here we go, all alone. Steph Curry, what a finish!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And here's Booker from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. And here we go, Warriors running again. Here's Payton. Ken Payton throws it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Booker up top. Jackson Davis defending.
Instinctual playmaker. Booker very crafty in distributing to his teammates.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. Out to the wing. Here's Jackson Davis. Defended by Richard. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Now into the lineup for your side.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Suns foul. Devin Booker.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Team foul.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
With 3, Booker. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up. Much appreciated, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg